Hello, let's get started with a Let's Play here. We are going to be playing Xcom Enemy Unknown today. Gone through the game a little bit already, so I understand the beginning concept, but beyond a few missions, haven't really done much. Iron Man mode. Okay, so no turning back if we enable Iron Man. Let's do this. So we'll go through the beginning stages of the game, try to cap this off around half an hour, but I may lose track of time. I'm going to shut up so we can watch the beginning of the game. Well, that's one right mess left behind.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the Xcom project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Alright, so first thing we have to do is choose where we're going to start. Every continent has its own boosts that you can start with. You can also gain these boosts later in the game by providing satellite coverage to that region. Of the boosts, I find Africa, Asia, and Europe to be the most useful. I'm going to go with Europe. I'm going to focus on research in this playthrough. Hopefully. If we don't all get wiped out.
We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Now all your units start off as just standard units. You actually have to play with them and get them leveled up before they get their specialized skill, which is randomly assigned, as best I can tell.
Strike one, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
This is a turn-based strategy game, so we each have our own turn. Now there are two ranges of movement. There is this blue range of movement, which is a standard move. It allows you to take an action afterwards. I can also move anywhere within this yellow range. However, that takes up the unit's full turn and prevents them from performing an afterwards action. I'm going to send this first unit dashing just to scout ahead.
Here they come.
Alien life on Earth. We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Well, it looks like I have found all the aliens this time. Let's try and get some of these guys set up. These red shields show that while it is cover, they are also exposed, likely to the individuals directly behind. My next closest unit has no way of actually getting to anyone. Unless... this may have a line of sight. Best chance is to shoot him.
He's down.
Unit down.
Their weapons appear to self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
Unfortunately, that first unit that scouted has been left completely exposed. Now this unit can't see anyone, so I'm going to place him in what's called Overwatch mode. Overwatch allows the character to react off-turn. So if an alien enters their line of fire, it will immediately take an attack of opportunity, but can only do this once per round.
What? No! What's happening? No! This isn't right! This isn't right!
Alright, if a unit's bleeding out and you don't stabilize them with a medical kit, which I have none of, as this is the first mission, the only other way to save them is to end the mission before they die. So, no holding back, let's toss a grenade in.
Hoorah!
Commander, you may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies. Just something to consider.
Well, as much as I would love to consider that, I have a bleeding out unit to worry about, so the life of my units take precedence.
Miss the target.
Incoming fire!
Damn, I only got one of them with that shot.
Watch the flanks, they're moving!
Hopefully that panicked unit has calmed it down by now. Yes. I'm gonna grenade him. If the mouse stops acting like a out of control mouse, I got nothing.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Almost lost a unit, but not quite. And a living unit is a good unit. A bit of a rocky start to this match, but we'll learn from there.
Welcome to Xcom HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
This is the headquarters, dubbed by the developers affectionately as the Ant Farm. This is where you are able to make changes to your units. Now here's where I was saying until a unit is promoted, they do not get their assignment. These three have been assigned support, sniper, and heavy respectively.
Just like it sounds, the support class provides that intangible edge our squads need. They make everyone around them better.
And the initial level up is a single choice that just gives you the base ability. From there, you have two possible trees you can follow down.
Our snipers specialize in dealing massive amounts of damage from afar, but without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations. The heavy weapons specialist provides a crucial service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
Now, they all got promotions, but most of them are actually wounded, so they will be out of production for 6, 12, and 10 days respectively. My sniper, however, made it through A-OK.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Now, from here we can go to our research area, engineering, barracks to customize our troops, hangar to modify our jets, which have no bearing at the moment, situation room, which has yet to be unlocked, and mission control, where we can scan the planet for additional events.
To the research labs.
Let's go to each of these areas that have an exclamation mark, as I'm being summoned there.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of Xcom's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Now, research allows you to use the artifacts you have recovered. In this case, the only one I have enough for is studying their bodies, thanks to me using grenades and blowing up the fragments of their weaponry.
Commander, I realize our troops have to put their own survival first, but every alien we use explosives against is one less opportunity to recover new artifacts.
Yes, I do realize that, Doctor. We were going to die otherwise. Well, we may have made it out, but I didn't want to chance it. This being said, this research done does take time, and that research allows us to build new items and expand our capabilities.
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Alrighty, and this is then where we build new items and build additional facilities to our base.
We've still got some room to grow up here, but if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
Commander to mission control.
Now, I didn't have much pre-excavated for me here. I'll have to build access lifts to reach these lower levels. This steam pocket is important, as one of the types of buildings you can build is a thermogenerator, which generates far more power than any other type of generator, but can only be built above a steam vent. So this is the only location in my base a thermo generator can go. I have to keep things like this in mind when I'm working on how I'm going to develop the base. Let's build a lift here.
Work crews on their way to begin construction. I'll send word when the new facility is
And excavate there. Also, let's see what items we have available. A medical kit. I definitely want one of them to put on one of my units. Now to mission control. And this is where we scan the Earth for days at a time for any alien activity. As you can see, days pass by. Lift is complete. Let's excavate here. And here as well. I don't want to spend too much of my money early on, but I want to make sure that I have a good starting foundation so I have room to expand. Alien abductions. Alright, so let's see where we have
Commander,
available.
We've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
One important thing to keep in mind in this game is when you run into an abduction site, wherever you help, the other two areas will go into panic. Currently, Brazil, India, and Canada are my 3 locations, each with their own difficulty and each with their own potential reward. India has 4 scientists available, which is what I do want to focus on, is science. Brazil and Canada are also a higher difficulty, so we may not be ready to handle that. So I'm going to go and save India. Unfortunately, this is going to leave Brazil and Canada in a state of panic afterwards. My support unit has recovered from his injuries. I'm going to give him the medical kit. Now, each of these units can have their appearance, their name, and once they hit the rank of sergeant, their nickname all modified. I won't do that right now, and probably won't even do that while you guys are stuck watching. I'll do that at one point when we finish streaming, or finish recording, and before the next recording.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
Let's begin this assault.
The area of engagement for this mission will be in India. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Okay, we're going to be a little more careful on our approach this time. I'm not going to send anyone dashing in to be shot at and panic like we had last time. That was a little careless of me.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike One has the green light for deployment.
Well, that was fast. Now I'm having this unit take to the roofs to get a better vantage point and see any other oncoming aliens. It will also make it far more difficult to be shot at from these aliens. Now these gray units have the ability to do what you just saw there. They use a telepathic link to strengthen one and weaken the other. And while one unit is stronger, the advantage is if we kill the unit who initiated the strengthening, it will also blow up the unit who was strengthened. I'm thinking it's something about the telepathic link causing them their brains to just fry. See if my sniper can hit him. 55% chance to hit. Better than 50-50. He's down, which causes his friend to go down as well. Now we can slowly move forward and search for the other units.
Eyes on target.
Well, that was fast. That being said, this unit on the roof should have a clear vantage point. Nope, not quite. Enable Overwatch mode for her. If the alien gets any closer, she'll open fire. Another psychic link up, which is going to make this easy pickings if I can get to the dude in the back.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
Alright, as this unit can't actually make any good moves, I'm going to use him to toss a smoke grenade. Smoke grenades obviously conceal movement and make it harder to hit enemies or allies who are within that range. Now, the sniper rifle unfortunately cannot be fired the same turn you move, so I'm going to use this unit's pistol and hope for the best. Caused a little bit of damage, better than no damage. What's the likelihood of this guy hitting her? 45. Let's move somewhere a little better.
Missed.
And we still have our unit up top here. It was a 65% chance to hit. Not sure how that worked with the walls in the way, but I'm not going to argue with the numbers.
Mission accomplished.
And by utilizing the brain link, I took 4 aliens out by only shooting at 2. That mission went far better than the first.
Exemplary performance. Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
The assault class serves as our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones out.
Assault have a unique ability. They can dash and still fire if you activate the ability before moving, which allows them to cover a lot of ground and take someone out with great prejudice. With those additional scientists, we've now unlocked the ability to create laboratories.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Every member of the Council is going to want satellite coverage, so we should plan our deployments carefully.
And here's where we can see everyone's panic. Everyone who's on this side of the screen here is only at one level of panic. Germany is where my home base is, which is why I have a satellite covering it. US, Mexico, and Argentina have a little bit of panic, but Brazil and Canada are the two that I really am worried about. So I'm going to launch an additional satellite, because we can launch 2. And I am going to reinforce either Canada or Brazil. Canada would get me more money, and gets me a scientist and an engineer. Brazil, however, there's only 2 countries within South America we can cover, Brazil and Argentina, so it's a lot easier to get the continent bonus that was available at the beginning of the game for that region. The We Have Ways, which I believe instantly completed any interrogations or autopsies.
I'm receiving you. We'll monitor that contact, but I don't think it's related to the UFO activity.
I'm gonna go with Canada. I'm Canadian. I'm gonna protect Canada. I can't help it. I'm a little biased.
Uplink facilities at maximum capacity. Additional uplink required.
And it just warned I had no interceptors in that area, so I have to go to my hangar. View my list of current ships. I have 2 currently.
From here,
I will transfer
you can
1
arrange to have
to
our
North America.
interceptors transferred to bases throughout the world. By stationing our fleet on various continents, we'll have a much better chance of intercepting new UFO contacts in those areas.
What he said. It'll take 3 days for it to fly over there, even though it only takes a few hours for it to actually fly me to there if I need to respond to something. But
I
who's
appreciate your efforts
complaining?
to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
Let's take a look at the rest of my soldiers. I still have those 2 wounded units. Got a nice international group here. No Canadians. That's disappointing. Unfortunately, one thing I've noticed with this game is you can't choose what country your recruits come from, but that leads to the randomness of it. I'll be honest, I can only recognize maybe a third of these flags. I'm going to have to brush up my flag so I can tell where my soldiers are coming from. That being said, rather than going on to the next mission, it has been half an hour. We've gotten a good introduction to the game. I'm going to end the recording at this point, and I will talk to you all on the next time that we come back to this. I think so far we're off to a pretty strong start, and it should be an adventurous journey.